This story begins in a small motel in Florida. We meet a quiet young boy named Rob who is getting ready for school while waiting for the school bus. Before the bus arrives, Rob decides to walk into the forest near the motel where he lives with his father. As he walks through the trees, Rob remembers the day of his mother's funeral. She passed away a few months ago, and the memory still hurts him deeply. Trying to clear his mind, he keeps walking until he discovers an old abandoned cabin hidden deep in the woods. Curious, Rob slowly approaches the cabin. But suddenly, he freezes. Inside a large cage next to the cabin, there is a massive tiger staring right at him. Terrified, Rob immediately runs back home, grabs his school bag, and rushes to catch the school bus. On the bus, things aren't any easier for him. Rob is constantly bullied by a group of kids who never stop picking on him. Then the bus stops to pick up a new student, a girl named Christina. When the bullies hear her name, they start laughing and making fun of her. Christina gets angry, but she tries to ignore them and quietly takes a seat. Later in class, the teacher starts explaining the lesson, but Rob isn't paying attention. Instead, he's drawing the tiger he saw in the forest earlier. Using his imagination, he pictures the tiger moving freely. While drawing, he remembers the times when his mother used to teach him wood carving, one of her special talents. Suddenly, the teacher calls his name. The principal wants to see him. Inside the principal's office, Rob learns something upsetting. He has a skin condition that causes him to get injured very easily, especially on his legs. Some parents have complained, worrying their children might catch something from him. Even though the illness isn't contagious, the principal still asks Rob to stay home for a while and continue his treatment. As Rob walks back through the hallway, he sees a teacher named Ms. Mills, who has dropped her things on the floor. He quickly helps her. When she sees the drawing in his hand, she is surprised by his talent. She encourages him and asks him to visit her office later so she can help him improve his art. After school, Rob waits outside when suddenly he sees Christina being chased by the bullies. She tries to fight back, but one of the girls is bigger than her and pushes her to the ground. Rob steps in to help, but this only causes the bullies to turn on him instead, so he runs away before things get worse. Later on the bus, Christina sits next to Rob, covered in dirt and embarrassed. She tells him she hates this town and everyone in it. Rob tries to comfort her. He even tells her about the tiger he saw in the forest. That night, Rob's father, Roger, reads the letter from the principal. He gets angry because he knows Rob's illness isn't contagious, but he still decides Rob should stay home for a while. Later that night, Rob carves a small wooden sculpture. It turns out to be Christina. The next day, Christina secretly comes to visit him. Rob shows her the tiger in the forest. When Christina sees the tiger trapped in the cage, she becomes furious. She believes the tiger deserves to be free. Rob explains the cage is locked and impossible to open, but Christina refuses to give up. Eventually, they discover the tiger belongs to Bill Camp, the rude owner of the motel. Bill captured the tiger and keeps it locked away. He even forces Rob to secretly feed it every day. But Christina becomes even more determined. She believes the tiger must be freed. Finally, one day when Bill leaves town, the kids decide to do it. Rob uses the key he received from Bill. He unlocks the cage. The tiger slowly steps out. For the first time in a long time, it is free. The tiger roars loudly and runs deep into the forest. The children celebrate, believing they did the right thing. But suddenly, a gunshot echoes through the forest. The children run and discover something heartbreaking. The tiger has been shot, and the one who pulled the trigger is Rob's father. Roger explains he was trying to protect himself and Bill after the tiger attacked. It was an accident, but Rob is devastated, angry and heartbroken. He yells at his father and says he hates him. For the first time since his wife died, Roger finally says her name out loud, Caroline. The moment breaks him. He hugs his son tightly. In the end, the children say goodbye to the tiger. Christina apologizes to Rob and tells him he is the best friend she has ever had. They walk together through the forest, and even though the tiger is gone, they both know that what they did was a symbol of freedom and a moment that changed their lives forever. And that's the end of today's story.